Hi guys. So first things first, you'll have to forgive me for not wearing any lashes. Um, I'm being that dirty bitch who doesn't wear lashes because I have looked absolutely everywhere and I cannot find a single one of my four bottles of lash glue. Um, so yeah, we have no lashes on today. We're doing it au naturel. Um, with that said, I'm doing this video because I've been asked to do it an awful lot by a lot of different people, and I'm finally getting around to it. Um, I'll apologise up front if I start rambling or for the quality of the video. This is the first time I've done one of these, so yeah, bear with me. It's my first time. Be gentle. I'm sure we've all heard that before. Um, Let me start by saying that I'm not an expert in what I'm about to talk about. Um, I don't have any formal training. I'm not a psychologist. I don't have any qualifications in, gender types or anything like that. But this is just my personal opinion and my knowledge is what I've learned. So yeah, with that said, you might have noticed already that I'm not a biological female. Hard to tell, I know. I am a drag queen. And I want to do this video to let people out there know, because whenever I go out in drag, whenever people learn that I do drag, whenever they meet me in drag, one of the first things they ask me is, do you want to be a woman? And there is a huge difference between being a transgendered person and being a drag queen. So I'd like to do a video on the differences between drag queens, people who are transgender, and transvestites. Again, this is my opinion. It's not, it's not verbatim. Don't quote me on this and take it as gospel. This is just what I personally think and what I've learned. So, drag. Okay? A drag queen is a man who spends an awful lot of time, awful lot of effort putting on a bunch of makeup to entertain. Primarily, that's what it is about. You become a character, a caricature of femininity. Drag queens are extremely flamboyant and over the top. It's all about the showmanship and the theatrics of it. So I know that when I walk down the street like this, nobody's going to call me Miss. I'm not going to be mistaken for a biological female. This is a persona, it's a character, it's part of me expressing myself artistically and using almost like a mask, to be somebody different and be this loud, crazy character who's so very different from who I, as a boy, am. So yeah, drag queens are. It's a stage persona. It's not a reflection of who we are inside. For the most part, this is a sweeping generalisation. There are so many people in so many different levels of the spectrum of drag and transgender and whatever. People are exceptionally different and exceptionally bizarre and strange. So yeah, drag, generally speaking, is performance, it's entertainment, it's to be entertaining and funny and sexy and whatever. It's part of being a character. Transgendered people are completely different to that. When a person is transgender, that means that they feel that the person they are outside is not the person they are inside. So you might have somebody who is born male, but they do not feel that that accurately reflects who they are. So you have, a boy who knows that they shouldn't be male, they shouldn't have male genitalia, they shouldn't look like a man, they shouldn't live in a man's role, and they want to be female. So being transgender is about making your outside match your inside. And it's very it's complex, and I'm not going to pretend to be an expert on it. I do know people that are transgender. They are some of the nicest people that I know. They're not strange or pretending or doing it for fun or something like that. It is a person who genuinely, their body does not match who they are. So they do something about that. They try and change that. I will see if I can find it, and I'll put a link in the description box. I read this study, and I can't remember which way it goes because it's ages since I've read it. But basically, in a female's brain, well, in everybody's brain, there's like this collection of nerve endings, and in a female, that's very spread out, and it's not closely packed together. But then in a male's brain, it's very dense and very compact. And a study was done on the cadavers of male to female transsexuals, and what they found was that in people who had biologically been born a man, but then had transitioned and become a woman, they had this cluster, but it was very widely spaced out. So essentially you had someone who was born a biological male, but their brain was biologically female. So, it does make you think when people say, it's a choice, and why do they choose to be a woman or whatever. This was evidence to support the fact that you can legitimately have people born whose gender doesn't match who they are. So, that's in a nutshell, obviously, and like I said, this is very general, very sweeping, and I've talked for 7 minutes and 40 seconds so far, so I better wrap this up, I think. The last type of people I wanted to talk about was transvestites. Again, this is sweeping, this is complete generalisation, and it doesn't talk for everyone. Everybody's very different. Transvestites generally are straight, heterosexual men, quite often married, in normal relationships, who enjoy putting on women's clothing, women's garments, and that's less about being a character, it's less about making their outsides match their inside. It's more, I hate to say this because it makes it sound creepy, but it's generally more of a sexual thing. So they enjoy the way that women's undergarments feel against their skin, and they enjoy the way that a silk blouse feels on them. For me, there's nothing sexual about drag. I don't get off on this. It's not a fetish, but transvestites tend to lean a little bit more that way. It tends to be a bit more of a sexual thing for them. But yeah, so I'll sum up briefly because I'm aware that I'm really rambling now. Drag queens are entertainment. It's entertainment value, it's comedy, it's acting, it's a character. Transgendered people are people who want to become a different gender, who feel as though they're not the correct gender currently, and work to change that. So doing drag for me isn't it's not an expression of wanting to be somebody else. I'm a man, I'm very happy being a man, I wouldn't want to change that. I just love being this character. And then transvestites are people who get a great deal of enjoyment out of what they do. So yeah, that's that's that. I'm sorry this was so long. I'm sorry the quality is so poor. Um, and I hope it was informative. I'm probably going to do a few more YouTube videos, I think, because I've been wanting to get into this sort of thing, and you know, it could be fun. And hopefully next time you will see me, I will have some lashes on and not look like such a whore. Um, so, you know, if you like this, click like or subscribe or, um, you know, whatever. Post it to your friends. And until my next video, I will speak to everyone soon. Bye.